Long ago, in a dense emerald forest untouched by the hands of mankind, lived three inseparable friends. A clever monkey, a swift fox, and a gentle rabbit. Though they were very different in nature, they shared a deep bond and a vow to always help those in need. One crisp autumn evening, as the golden sun began to dip below the horizon, a frail figure emerged from the shadows of the trees. It was an old beggar, his clothes little more than tattered rags. He leaned heavily on a gnarled walking stick, trembling from exhaustion and shivering in the cooling air. "Please," the old man croaked, his voice barely a whisper against the wind. "I have traveled for days and nights. I am starving, and I have no strength left. Can you kind creatures spare a morsel of food?" The three friends were moved by the old man's pitiful state. They quickly built a roaring campfire to warm his fragile bones and promised to bring him the best food the forest had to offer. The monkey, with his incredible agility, swung effortlessly through the highest forest canopy. He gathered the sweetest, plumpest peaches, juicy berries, and a handful of rich nuts, bringing them back in a proud, colorful bounty. The fox, relying on his sharp senses and stealth, crept down to the rushing river. With a lightning-fast strike of his paw, he caught a large, shimmering silver fish and brought it back to the warmth of the fire. The rabbit, however, struggled. She bounded through the undergrowth, her nose twitching, searching desperately for something worthy of the starving man. But she was small, and she lacked the monkey's climbing skills and the fox's hunting prowess. All she could find was bitter, tough grass and a few withered roots, food fit only for a rabbit, certainly not enough to sustain a dying human. Sorrow weighed heavy on the rabbit's heart as she returned to the clearing empty-handed. The old man looked at her, not with anger, but with a quiet, hollow sadness. "I am sorry," the rabbit whispered, tears welling in her large, dark eyes. "I am but a lowly creature of the earth. I cannot climb for fruit, nor can I fish in the deep waters. I have failed to find you anything to eat." She looked at the blazing fire, then at the old man whose breath was growing shallow. A sudden, quiet resolve settled over the rabbit. "But I will not let you starve," the rabbit declared, her voice steady and clear. "Eat me so that you may live." Before the monkey, the fox, or the old man could stop her, the rabbit hurled her small body directly into the heart of the roaring flames. But a miracle occurred. The fire did not singe her white fur. The flames did not bite her skin. Instead, the fire transformed into a soft, glowing lotus flower, cradling the rabbit safely within its petals. old beggar stood up, and as he did, his tattered rags dissolved into robes of dazzling, shimmering silk. His stooped back straightened, and a brilliant halo of light radiated from his form. The monkey and the fox fell to their knees in awe. The beggar was not a mortal man at all, but the great Emperor of Heaven who had come to Earth in disguise to test the virtue of its creatures. The Emperor reached into the glowing lotus and gently scooped the rabbit into his arms. Of all the creatures in the forest, you possess the purest and most selfless heart. Your companions were generous, but you were willing to give the ultimate sacrifice, your very life, for a stranger. To honor her unparalleled compassion, the Emperor decreed that the rabbit's spirit would never perish. He carried her up to the heavens, placing her in the grandest, brightest palace of all, the moon. From that night on, the gentle rabbit resided in the Lunar Palace, often depicted pounding the elixir of immortality with a mortar and pestle. If you look up at the full moon on a clear night, you can still see the silhouette of the Jade Rabbit. She stands there, immortal, a shining symbol of supreme selflessness and pure, enduring love, forever watching over the world below.